So this is what the weather is showing for the next week, and it's meant to get even worse. So there'll be no sanding or coffee tables or any furniture making. This has gotten me to thinking how much I absolutely hate this bathroom downstairs. And since the kids had a little fight in here the other day and broke the toilet roll holder off the wall, which I then took off this morning and have folded ready to sand, I started thinking that I am going to redo this. I have been watching YouTube videos all morning on how to paint tiles. So I'm hoping that Jason's not watching this, because he will be sitting at work busting out in a sweat thinking, what is my wife doing at home today? Well, I'm on my way to the hardware store to see how we can get this started. Here. So that old favorite saying of mine that nothing is what it seems, you know, because when you start getting close to things, you can kind of look and you can see, okay, well from there it looks okay. It doesn't look like there's much to do, but obviously on closer inspection, like I can see now, is we will have to regrout that before we do the tiles. I'll get more in depth once we get into the tiles what we're actually going to do, because obviously there's a way to paint tiles, and as you can see there is a gloss on this, but yeah, we'll talk about that when we get there. But if you look at this over here, so I mean that's going to have to come off. That's totally like breaking, so yeah, we'll have to get a new little side panel there, so that'll have to be sanded. This needs to come off and replaced. So let's just see what's going on there. So we'll get a new one of those. And then if you look at the back over here as well, we have got, this needs to come off, and we'll have to look at that as well. I mean, when we bought the house though, we knew that there was a lot of stuff to do, but you know, this is all part and parcel of it, because I got a quote for my 4x3 bathroom upstairs and I almost died. It's a little ensuite, and it was $24,000. That's even without showers and cabinetry, and so it's just ludicrous, the prices here. So it's just a little bit of extra work, and when it's simple things like this, it's pretty easy to do. So yeah, those are just a few of the things that I'm going to have to do before we even get close to painting. So I'm thinking that I might have a bit of a mad husband when he gets home, because I think the whole back wall over there at the back, it's like falling apart. And I don't think my little filler is going to cut it there. I'm kind of thinking that it needs a whole new board. So I've created quite the mess here. I've also realized that the toilet, the whole back cistern, is kind of falling to the side. I didn't do that. Disclaimer, I didn't do that. But yeah, I think like sometimes you do need, you need a man's help. I think now is one of those times. So basically what I needed to see behind here, because it was all disintegrating, is if there was any water or damp, and it is totally dry. So that's really good. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to tidy this up over here, and then we are going to cut a piece to fill it in and neaten it up, because obviously there's no water damage or anything behind there. It's just old and needs to be replaced. I think this liquid nails goes pretty quickly, but I'm very lucky that there's two beams on either side of this. I've got to be careful because my fingers were sticking together there. Okay, so at least that's in.